The story begins with two beautiful ladies ready to get into action with a guy named Mr. Zhang, the green-haired lady. Her name is Zhao Taichui, disciple of the Jade Girls sect, and the pink-haired lady. Her name is Lu Xiaoning, sub-sect master of the Jade Girls sect, and this Mr. Zhang is the gatekeeper of the Jade Girls sect, aka RMC Zhang Lang. A gatekeeper with a disciple and the vice sect master. He's a player, and he is ready to give them the action they are looking forward to. Just when the action was about to begin, another beautiful lady comes there blasting the wall of that room, and she is the sect master of the Jade Girls sect, Zheng Chuanyao, who is mad because she is the only one who didn't get invited in this action scene. The action begins. He attacks all three of them, starting with the sect master. Other two ladies are also ready to receive his action. But then he wakes up because of a sound coming from outside, shouting, "Please open the door." It was all a dream, but what a beautiful dream, eh? Two beautiful ladies have come there to become the disciples of the sect, even though the sect have already stopped accepting new disciples. They have come to the Jade Girls sect because it is the only sect with female members only. And they have come there because they have heard that all the female cultivators are expert martial artists and have youthful faces. Furthermore, their appearance even has the queen and the princess of the countries jealous. And what's more, they despise men the most. There aren't even a single male dog within 1,000 yards. However, the one who opened the door turns out to be a man. This was an unexpected situation. They never thought a man to welcome them in a sect that was supposed to only accept women. They run away from there like they have seen a ghost. Didn't expect that reaction. They must have never seen a man in their life. That's right, RMC is a man who is in a sect full of women. Currently, he is living as a gatekeeper of the Jade Girls sect, and there is a reason why he is there as a gatekeeper. It happened 3 days ago. He was taking a bath in his home, then suddenly he had this sensation that his boat was in the air. Next thing, he found out that he is flying in the air. Coincidentally, he flew to the Jade Girls sect and hit their ancestor's statue with his little brother. Ding dong, shocking all the girls that were present there. At that moment, he thought that his life was over. However, the sect leader stopped all the ladies and assigned him as their gatekeeper. What could be the reason behind assigning him as the gatekeeper? We'll have to find that in the future. In the present, Zhang Lang doesn't have Kai or abilities, so he was grateful to the sect leader for giving him this job. Moreover, he can't stop thinking about that beauty, who has such an amazing body. Suddenly, his heart rate starts to beat super fast, as if he was about to die. Then a beautiful sound rings in his ears. System has activated. Inside Zhang Lang's consciousness, the system details about the host done. God-level system for sign-in starting. Host, a God-level sign-in has been activated for you in Futong. Log in to accept the assignment. Task category, location, check-in time required. Before midnight tonight, mission content, go meet the sect leader, Zheng Chuanyao, complete the check-in process in the bedroom. Complete reward, unknown. Failure penalty, death. His jaw drops after hearing all that bull crap. That's not the starting but a dead end for him. Going into the sect leader's bedroom at midnight, he is super sure that there's no way that he will be coming out alive. The system notifies him that he cannot negotiate with the system when it releases tasks. Once again, the system informs him that if he fails to complete the sign-in task, he will die. Now he got no choice but to do the task. He slowly opens the door. Sect leader was cultivating in her room, which make the situation even worse. Lang thought that she must have already fallen asleep, but she is still cultivating. Sect leader Yao have also already noticed him, but she is not doing anything, thinking it might interrupt her cultivation. And Lang, who is thinking that she hasn't noticed him yet, gets ready to quietly sneak in. When his leg touches the floor of the sect leader's room, something happens. Suddenly a golden light falls in the sect right in the sect leader's chamber. Other disciples notices the light that is coming out from the sect leader's room. With such a commotion, sect leader couldn't keep her eyes closed. She opens her eyes and gets shocked to see someone getting fried by that yellow light. System congratulates Lang for completing the task, and the reward he received, the divine body. And the second reward is the pair of God's walking boots. After some times, the light disappears. Suddenly a beautiful kick comes at him. The sight in front of his eyes was just so beautiful that he is drooling. Seems like the sect leader is going commando today. The system notifies him divine body 40% charged. Monstrous strength starts to flow inside his body. He becomes so strong that his clothes gets torn. He blocks that commando going sect leader's kick with his single hand, which surprises the sect leader too, because he just blocked her kick with single hand. Other sect disciples and elders also arrives there. Lang escapes from there to avoid fighting with others. However, something starts to happening with the sect leader. She wonders if this is the backfiring of the cultivation because that man disturbed her. The people who came to aid her are the vice sect leader Lu Xiaoning and Zhou Taichui, who is carrying a hammer which is bigger than Thor's. And the sect leader seems to be suffering from some kind of attack. And it seems like the attack is because of the divine body. She orders them to catch that thief at any cost. Next, Vice Leader Lu Xiaoning scolds Taichui for letting a thief get into their sect. Taichui apologizes because she didn't anticipate a traitor in the sect attempting to attack the sect leader at night. However, Xiaoning is sure that the thief is not the sect disciple, because she smelled it, the smell of a man. She is sure that the thief is a man, but shocked everyone there. They are shocked, thinking, how did a man get in their sect? On the other hand, Lang is running for his life. All the sect disciples are chasing after him. Every corner he turned, he sees female disciples with big sword, ready to chop him off. Luckily, he manages to sneak into a room, and the room seems to be covered with a thick fog. This makes this room an ideal location for him to hide. However, the room turns out to be girls' sauna. In search of finding a place to hide, he found a heaven. Like a man of culture, all kinds of things starts to flow inside his mind after seeing those ladies in only towel. The thing not only flow inist his mind, some are even coming out from his nose. A lady notices his presence. Like any other girls, she screams after seeing a man in a lady's bath. All the other girls get shocked and confused to see a man in their sect. The throw bucket party gets started over in the ladies' sauna. He manages to escape from the sauna somehow. And after knowing that the thief is a man, Taichui and other disciples are heading towards the gate to catch that thief, because they are sure that it must have been Zhang Lang. They notices some commotion from their right side. The system notifies Zhang Lang that his divine body has been charged by 130%, and now he is in danger, and asks him to release it immediately. Lang also notices that his body has started to get hot and is like it's about to explode. Taichui charges toward him with her big hammer. Now there is no way for him to get away from her. Luckily for him, her hammer is too big, and it must be difficult for her to run while carrying such a big hammer. At the same time, the disciples from the Xuanjian sect also comes there to give a letter to the Jade Girls sect. They gets ready to stop the one who is charging towards them with full speed. Lang releases his energy at those guys for stopping him from getting away from there. Even after all that, it seems like Zhang Lang has been caught and is being tied up in a very cultural manner. And it was Taichui who caught him and is questioning him about what he did last night. He tries to fool them by making that puffy dog eyes, asking them why is he there. But Taichui is not buying that. She informs everyone that he pretend to be novice on the surface, but in fact of their sect will get tarnished if they agreed that they got beaten by the gatekeeper. So they informs the audience that they don't remember. Poor Taichui. She brought those eyewitnesses, but now they bailed on her. However, Lang gets a brilliant idea from this, and informs everyone that it was Taichui who hurt them and then blamed it on him. He didn't think that she was such a vile woman. The Xuanjian disciples also agrees with Lang that it was Taichui who beat them like that, since they didn't find the thief, but they find those 3 trespassers. And according to the rule, trespassers are supposed to be killed. But she gets ready to throw them outside for just this once. The man tries to inform her that they are instructed to deliver the 6 commandments, but they didn't get to deliver the commandments, instead gets their butt kicked out from there. As for Lang, he gets ready to go back to his duty. Xiaoning gets ready to check his pulse before leaving, and she doesn't find any true energy inside his body, which surprises Taichui because she is sure that he is the thief and the one who used that powerful attack of those men. Now even Vice Leader doubts on Taichui, who is super angry and super sure that it was Zhang Lang, who is playing the card of acting innocent boy. But that act of his is not fooling the grumpy witch. She jumps at him, gives him a headlock, tells him to spit out everything. The 2 soft melons touches his back. He starts to feel that something is rising inside him. And it's his divine body, which is getting charged because of those soft melons. It has already risen to 50%. Then it rises to 70%. It's getting dangerous now. He can't let her move those melons all over his body, or he will have to release those extra energy like last time. The sect leader stops Taichui and gets ready to deal this problem on another occasion. Finally, Taichui let go of him. He is saved. He doesn't need to release his energy like last time. The system then informs him that it will release his 2nd and 3rd check-in tasks to him. The 2nd check-in task category, location type, check-in time requirement. Within 72 hours, mission content, reach Xiangpo Peak, reward is unknown, failure penalty is death. The 3rd task is also same, but the mission content this time is to make a woman wear a specified item. He wonders if the item is a necklaces or a bracelet. He thinks the 3rd task will be easy because he just have to make a woman wear a necklace or a bracelet. However, the item the system gave him is a black stocking. Seems like the 3rd task will be the most difficult one. Next, in the Sect Master's room, Xiaoning and Sect Master are having a little chat, and Xiaoning also thinks that Taichui definitely didn't lie, and there is something wrong with Zhang Lang. But the Sect Master still insists on keeping him in the sect. Yao didn't tell her anything and just tell her to go out, because their sect and the strength of Jade Girls' sect is declining. Although they are still top 6, the other 5 are already keeping an eye on them. And on that day, when they honor the ancestors, the disciples were completely incompetent. and their cultivation was unable to advance further, resulting in the sect's current situation. She asked for the guidance of the ancestor to guide the disciples on the clear path. That's when he arrived, like their ancestors answered to her question. She is sure that his appearance must be the master's arrangement in the sky, but he doesn't have any cultivation base. Yet, he can burst out with such powers. She wonders what kind of technique did he practice? At the same time, Lang is confused about why the system gave him something like this, because even if this is another world and the ladies there doesn't understand what that thing is. However, he is sure that they can still tell that this thing is definitely a vulgar item. And what's more, he will have to find a lady to wear this item, which is nerve-wracking, because there is no way any ladies in that sect will let him do that. And someone was keeping an eye on him from a tiny hole on the door, and it's none other than our Taikui, who have red-handedly caught him with something. She asks him to show her the item that he was holding just now. She even uses force on that poor thing who doesn't have any cultivation level. What's more, she's been peering through the door for more than half a day, and has finally caught him red-handed with something. However, she gets confused to see the thing in his hand, and those melons have charged his divine body, recharging to 85%. Luckily, she let go of him and he managed to hold his energy this time, and she is confused about this thing. This weird bandage and its elasticity is pretty good for some reason. Since the item is suspicious, she gets ready to confiscate it for the time being, and is for embarrassing her in front of everyone. She gets ready to punish him. She kidnaps him in a sack and flies on her hammer. He dared to offend her. Showa Taichui. She informs him that she will never let him live longer than 3 days, and that 3 days is over today. He never thought that this woman to be this insane that she is taking him to the wilderness to murder him, and this is almost making him shit his pants. However, the system congratulates him for completing the number 2 sign and task, and the reward is transparency. His whole body will turn transparent for 3 minutes. Taikui brought him to the Xiangbo Peak, and has also found a nice place for his cemetery. And in that peak, there seems to be some other living things beside them. What could that be? After that, Lang is digging his own grave, while trying to settle the things with some sweet words. And since his body is not on full charged mode, he is not sure if he can win against Taikui. And Taikui is also dead serious. She gives him 2 options, 1 to buried in a pit and 2 to be smashed with a hammer by her. However, there is still another option, and that is to show his full strength and defeat her. Lang notices something terrifying behind her and asks her to look behind. But she is not buying that act of his. She is sure that if she turns back, he will run away. And there is actually 2 demons ready to strike her down. However, she dodges their attacks without even looking at them. Then suddenly 3 arrows comes at her. She manages to dodge 2, but the other ore hits her arm. She never thought to see demons on that peak. But anyways, she gets ready to smash them all with her big hammer. She finishes the 2 and calls for other who shot her with arrows to come out from the sidelines. And the arrow that hit her seems to be imbued with poison. Now she is finished. The demons that shot her with arrows comes out from the forest, and one of the demons seems to be the boss, a demon high priest, and he has come there to avenge his sons. One demon notices Lang, who is digging his own grave, and asks the high priest about what to do with him. The high priest thinks that he is nobody, so he asks that demons to finish him off. The demon charges with his axe at Lang, but the demon gets smashed with Taikui's big hammer, killing him instantly. She informs Lang about the demons and the history of the demons, and that they are the mortal enemies of the human race. She gets ready to hold those demon back, and asks Lang to go and report this to the master, but not too fast. The demon gets ready to finish them both before they can report back to the sect. A strong dark energy comes straight at Taikui. However, a golden light pierces the dark energy. Of course, the high priest gets shocked to see that. He can't believe his eyes. And what's more, the thing that blocked that dark energy is just a broken stick. Even though his body is not fully charged, Lang still gets ready to fight that demon high priest and save this damsel in poison. Surprisingly, that powerful attack was blocked by using only 55 of his power. Now he still has 80% right now. The high priest, who is shocked to see that the one he called useless is the powerful one there, he orders other 2 demons to finish him. Now that Lang has realized that he can easily deal with these demons, he gets ready to descend from that peak and complete the other task. He shows those demons his true powers, not actual true power, but just a little power to shook them off. And on the other hand, seeing him fighting those demons like that, Taikui is feeling something weird that she has never felt before. Lang quickly gets ready to wrap this up and complete his other task, so he asks the demon to attack him with all he got, with his strongest trump card. He, Zhang Lang, will not move an inch and will fully take it on. That speech of Zhang Lang gets Taikui waku waku, because that's the same line that protagonists of the light novels she read used to say. The powerful demon high priest gets ready to fulfill his wish by attacking him with a powerful attack, his trump card. and Lang asked him to attack with the strong trump card because he quickly wants to descend from that peak and complete his other task. However, he doesn't want to get hurt, so he uses 30% of his energy to block that attack. The High Priest releases his strongest attack from the mouth of a skull, and the attack seems pretty powerful. However, Lang still blocks it with his energy shield. After some time, Lang is still standing. The attack of that High Priest didn't do any damage to Lang. What's more, Lang is disappointed because he used 30% of his power. But that was all to that attack. He didn't even feel it. Just like Lang, High Priest is also shocked because that was his strongest attack. Yet that boy, he is unscathed. Now he wonders who is that boy, where did he came from, and what's his cultivation level. However, Lang acts like he is severely hurt from that attack. He went flying. No, it's not right to say flying. He went jumping behind, acting like he is flying. Poor Taikui comes to him asking if he is alright. And Lang is trembling in pain, informing her that the demon is too strong and they can't win against him. So he grabs her and jumps down the peak because he wants to quickly get away from there and complete his task. And High Priest is surprised to see that his attack has improved again. He orders his demons to catch those two. The demon starts to search for those two, but they didn't catch them. The two of them seems to have found a cave and take a shelter in the cave. And Lang is acting like he's been severely hurt. He asks Taikui if she still has that bandage she took away from him earlier. And she does has it with her. Poor innocent little Taikui gets ready to put that bandage on his wound, though there is no wound on his body. He tells her that she needs to wear it to heal him. Well, that's a nice excuse to make a girl wear that bandage, huh? The poor girl, who doesn't know anything, gets ready to put on that bandage on. But she is also confused if her putting that thing on will heal him. He informs her that he is not joking. And right now the fate of the entire human race is in her hands, so just put it on. She is surprised to see the material that thing is made of. The touch is so silky and soft. However, she is feeling this inexplicable sense of shame coming from just putting that bandage on. Anyways, even though she is feeling something like that, she still puts it on. After putting on that bandage, she gets surprised to find out such a comfortable feeling that bandage is giving. The pressure on the buttocks, the cool breathability, and the tight sensation just putting after that bandage. She is just shocked. With that, the third task is also completed, and he has gained 2 rewards, a charm capsule and a dodge charm. He turns back, saying that she did great. Now he is fully healed. His eyes comes out from his skull after seeing her like this, and she is trying to take it off because it seems to be a little tighter. That scene charged his divine body to 105%. He is so charged that even blood is coming out from his nose. And that blood is not because of what he saw. Okay, like hello, you guys are buying that right. He gets ready to go out and release that energy at those demons because right now, his body is about to explode because of the energy strong attack. High Priest gets shocked. He wonders if the sect leader have arrived there. He orders his demon children to dedicate theirself to the god of evil and kill all those human cultivators, while the good children are rushing into the battle for the sake of the god of evil. Their father, the High Priest, sneakingly tries to sneak from there. He doesn't want to fight with someone he can't win against, and after seeing that powerful attack earlier, he is sure that this is a suicide mission. On the other hand, Lang is moving at the speed of Flash, slashing and killing his enemies with just single attacks. He didn't even let that old coot escape from there. He kicked that old man right on his back, breaking his spine. Taikui also arrives there and stops Lang from killing that old man. Seeing her in those bandage, even old man comes back to life. Lang sits on his broken spine, torture the poor old man after breaking his spine. Next, Taikui asks the demon priest how did they get into their sect. The demon priest didn't say a thing and just told them to kill him because he is not saying anything. Demon priest moves his eyes at that bandage that Taikui is wearing. He gets his face full with Lang's fist. After that, Lang gave him a nice massage. However, he didn't say anything, and also told them that even if they kill him, the other teams will finish the plan. He gets ready to explode himself. Lang grabs Taikui, uses his reward boots. The explosion was so dangerous, but they managed to save themselves. Half of the mountain is gone with that explosion. Taikui is shocked to see that impact of that explosion, and Lang is shocked to see that the walking boots were one-time use item. Next, the two of them come back to the sect. Taikui told him not to tell anything about what happened today to anyone, about the demons, because she is going to tell the sect master by herself. And as for the bandage, which is extremely obscene, she confiscated it from him and is not thinking of giving back. She also tells him not to worry about the poison because that little poison will not do any harm to her. After she left, Lang is in his room, thinking about the bandage, and he is sure that she will not throw that black silk. After all, she is a girl. And he also wants to know about those demon people, but Taikui didn't tell him anything. And his system doesn't explain about the demon or even give him any info about the demons. Then his system him asking, "Why are you calling me?" He is surprised to see that the system can just come into his mind even if he just called system. After that, the system give him information about the demon race, the history of demon race and human race, and the one he encountered were the infiltration demon team. He then asks the system about his level. What level is 100% charged when comparing with cultivators? The system informs him about the realms of the cultivation and the levels in each realms. There are 9 realms: gathering spirits, building foundation, congealing marrow, bone refining, Dazong, Yuandi, Huashan, Yaoshan, and finally Jixian. And in each of these realms, there are 9 levels, and currently, the capacity of Zhang Lang's divine body is 1,300 units, and the strength after 100% charged is equivalent to that of 6th layered Dazong. After hearing all this, he gets ready to increase his capacity, and to do that, the system informs him that every time he successfully complete a task, he can get a certain amount of points, which can be exchanged for items such as capacity. And 100 points are required for every 10 units of capacity, and currently he has 13 points, which can only be exchanged for books. He gets disappointed to hear that he can only buy some books. Then he gets an idea. He can exchange the points for any books. That's right, he brought that kind of book. And now his body is 95% charged. Well, he has to be charged all the time. Who knows when the enemy will attack? Then he suddenly notices the presence of someone there. Some enemies have entered inside the sect. Lang notices that they are all strong cultivators. He wonders if they are Xuanjian sect people. The system then gives him a 4th task. And the task this time seems to be super duper dangerous. Time requirement is 3 hours. Task content is to have. He is definitely sure. That will also count as skin-to-skin touch. Then he suddenly hears some noises coming out from the sect leader's room. He gets shocked thinking, did those assassins already make it to the sect master's room? So he kicks the door shouting the Jade Girl's sect security guard is here. There was no assassin, but only the sect master, who is breathing very heavily. He comes to check thinking she must be poisoned or the assassin curse her. Then suddenly some arrows come straight at the sect master. He manages to deflect them and notices the poison on them. He notices that it's the doing of the demons, not the Xuanjian sect. Sect master wakes up and notices the strong master who is protecting her. Lang was thinking that the intruder must be the Xuanjian sect and was having trouble thinking to kill them. But if it's demons, he is sure he will not have any trouble killing them. Suddenly sect master jumps at him from behind and asks him to hug her tightly. He notices her body is burning like fire, and now his body too. The assassin also arrives there in shock to find out another person beside the sect master. However, they gets ready to finish them both. Since the sect master is not letting go of him, he carries her and dodges the attack. The system notifies him that he has completed the mission and got a mysterious gift pack and asks, do you want to open it now? However, his hand is full right now with the sect master and the assassins. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, then watch this next video. Also like and subscribe for more.